Can everyone hear me? Okay, good.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
my mic, the individual mic muted itself. So even though I was unmuted on Google Meet, my mic is muted. All right. So I still have some people trickling in, but we can get started. Apologies for my voice. I have had the flu for like the last 2 weeks straight, and my voice hasn't come back yet, which is awesome because I have to go back to the classroom on Monday after the break. So hopefully my voice will be back enough so I can teach those kiddos. But we can get started. Let's see. So, just a reminder, this is an informal event. You can chat, you can speak out in the chat, or if you want to say something, just let me know. You can use the raise hand function. If there's a pause, you can jump in and talk at any time. I'm not going to be offended. Hopefully, nobody else will either. Yeah, I do feel better. It's just the voice, still dealing with a little cough in the voice, but thank you. All right, so that out of the way, little disclaimer and a reminder that this event is being recorded. So if you're not a fan of being recorded, you don't want to show your face, just a reminder to keep your camera off if that's not something you're interested in. All right, so this is my New Year, New Planner. I said part two because I usually do it at the end of the year. And I didn't want to do like New Year, New Planner 2025 because I'm going to do that at the end of the year. So I decided to just call it a part two. And if you were at my last one in November, a lot of this stuff is probably going to be repetitive, but we've got a lot of new faces. So hopefully you don't mind talking about the same stuff. Yes, there's a virus that's been going around everywhere. Um, so I'm not surprised. This is kind of like what I had in mind of what we can talk about, but during the last event, we also talked about some other stuff. So if there's anything else that you guys want to chat about, I'm all for it. So do a little intro, some icebreakers. We can talk about vision boards, different types of planner and journal types and styles. And like I said, anything else you guys want to talk about. So I'm going to throw these out there. These three little intros, the same one from the last event. I was lazy about updating my slides. So if you were here last time, you already know, but you can drop this in the chat. You can say it out loud. But where are you from? How many years have you been with the Patch Fam? If you use a Passion Planner, because I know a lot of people here probably don't use Passion Planner or don't know about it, but I am going to be talking a little bit about Passion Planner because that's the planner that I use. And then the random, what 3 items would you bring with you on the desert island? Like if you had a choice to pick 3 items and only 3 items, what would you pick? So you can drop it in the chat. I will mute myself so that anybody can just jump on and say them out loud if you want, whatever you guys want to do. So I'm going to mute myself for a second.
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? So my name is Juanita. I am from, sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't get kicked off. My name is Juanita. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. I have been a Passion Planner user since 2017. And what 3 items would you bring with you on a deserted island? Oh my goodness. I need to have my snacks, and I want my snacks to be one thing. Um, I would need I need something to write on. So I would need a journal, and I guess I would probably take my Passion Planner. And I guess I would just need a blanket or something. I want something to lay my head on that's really comfortable. So those are the 3 things I would take.
Hi there. My name is Jennifer Wolf. I'm from Marysville, Ohio, not too far from Columbus. My friend Galena got me hooked on Passion Planners about 9 months ago. So I'm on my third quarter. And what 3 things I would bring? I would bring my husband, of course, my Shih Tzus, and definitely a planner. It's nice meeting all of you.
Hi, this is Shannon Crosby. I have been a PashFam member user since their first or second Kickstarter campaign, and I have used it ever since then. So, way before, I don't know, when did they kickstart? I can't even remember. It's been a long time. And I'm still finding passion planners all over the house. Um, I let's see, what's the next question? Oh, I'm from Michigan. I live in Texas now, and I would bring something to sleep on, something comfy, something to write on and write with. So, um, 1,000 pens in my passion planner, and some snacks slash food. I need something to bribe whoever going to take me off of this deserted island. That's what I would bring. What would you bring, Dahlia?
So I'm trying to be quiet, but honestly, I don't even know. Like I always contemplate these types of questions, but I guess if we're gonna count, this is the first one. I think this is the first time people have mentioned bringing other people with them. Like usually people are like, "I'm gonna bring my planner and my books," but this is like the first time people are like, "I'm gonna bring my husband and my pets," and I'm like, you know what? I would too. I would bring my partner, my kid, our 3 cats. Definitely my planner because it's half of my brain. Um, and then of course the snacks. No one ever mentioned snacks. So I'm like surprised to see so many people like, yeah, snacks, make food. So I love that. But to answer the other 2 questions, I'm originally from Long Beach, California. So it's kind of cool. I see some Long Beach and Southern California people in the chat. But I'm currently in San Francisco. And I've been with the Pash fam since like 2016 or 2017. I don't remember. My brother found them online because he knew I was like a planner person. He was like, "Hey, you should check out this planner." And yeah, I'm still here. But you guys can continue in the chat. I'm just gonna do a little bit. I have a slide, a little bit about myself, because this is probably the first event I've held that has a lot more people who aren't a part of the Pash fam, and a lot of people who don't really know me. They just kind of found me on Facebook, which is really cool. But oh, going too far. But so I'm Dahlia. You guys can call me D. Either one I'll respond to. I'm a mom. I'm currently a STEAM teacher. So for those of you who don't know what STEAM is, that's science, technology, engineering, art, and math. I teach at the middle school level. So my students are like 11 to 14 years old. I am a Passion Planner ambassador and a Facebook modmin, moderator slash admin for a bunch of Facebook communities, including the official one that's run by Passion Planner themselves. I host a lot of virtual meetups and giveaways. That's how I give back, because part of being a moderator for that Facebook group, they give us like a gift card every month to buy planners, and I don't need a planner every month, so I'll use those gift cards to buy planners and I give them away. So that's kind of how I started doing giveaways. And like I mentioned, I'm currently in the Bay Area, but I'm originally from Southern California. So Feel free to continue talking about yourselves in the chat, but I want to move on to our first order of business, vision boards. So I was surprised that a lot of people did not know what vision boards were because it was something that I had heard of since I was a kid. For reference, I'm 33 years old. But I had heard the term vision board kind of being thrown around most of my life. But ultimately, a vision board is a visual representation of your goals, your dreams, and aspirations. It's typically a collage made from images, words, and symbols that reflect what you want to achieve in life. Growing up, it was all on poster board, but the technology is everywhere, so you can make them however you want. This is mine. Let's see if my camera will pick it up. It's actually 2 pages, 2 little poster boards. So it's kind of just a collage of images. I'm starting to eat healthy again, budget related things, stop spending money on stupid shit. Apologies if profanity offends, but we're adults. You can curse here. I want to work on things like that. And content creation, because I've been talking about doing YouTube for like 10 years and yeah, it hasn't happened. The only thing on my YouTube channel are the recordings of these New Year, New Planner events. But that's something I want to do. I used this vision board magazine to get all my images, but you can just find them online if you have access to a printer and print them out. But Amazon has a bunch of these. You can just type in vision board magazine.
You muted yourself again, Dahlia.
I swear this thing is so finicky. It's one of those tap to mute, so I like hit it. But I was saying those vision board magazines help if you don't want to live on Google or Pinterest all day to find your images. But during the last event, we did this little Padlet where everyone got to kind of share what they would put on their vision board. So I kind of want to do the same thing here. I'm going to drop that link into the chat. And you can just click on it. On the bottom right, there's a plus sign. You can click on it and you can type to answer the question. But let me show you what this looks like. So it says, what do you want to put on your vision board? What goals and hopes do you have for the new year? So if you click on the link that I dropped in the chat, it should be set up that anybody can type. But if it's not, let me know so I can change it. Just click on the little plus sign on the bottom right. Turn this off again. And you can start typing. You can add images and things like that. But like, what are some things you guys would add to vision board? For those of you who don't have a passion planner this year, one of the new things that they added to the inside of their passion planners is a page to design a vision board. I actually made a copy of my physical one that I showed you guys. I'm going to print it out and just glue it in right here. But yeah, if you haven't done that page in your planner or you don't have one yet, maybe you can get some ideas from this. Okay, it looks like it's working. I can see the
Is
little...
that going to be in just the weekly planners, or is that going to be in the dailies too?
I think the vision board is currently only in weeklies. I didn't see it in any of the recent dailies. But yeah, they added a bunch of new things to the planner this year. They added like habit trackers, so you can track some different habits. There's one, I believe, for each month of the year.
Do you know if that's a printable?
They should be, yes. So you can print this entire planner for free. You can download the whole planner. I can actually look while people are typing to see if they made those pages like available individually, because I don't know if anybody wants to download the entire planner, but I can look at that while everyone's typing.
I download every time there's something new.
I try to keep up with them, but I always forget. Let's see. So I don't see this new habit tracker in their individuals, but I do know that the 2025 planner is there, so you can download that and then print out the page that you want. Yeah, the weekly 2025 is here. And it includes all the new pages, so that can be downloaded. I love this. They already have some people sharing their vision boards. Some more people joining us. Welcome. Yes, finances. So speaking of finances, one of the things we talked about during my last event was like different budget planners. So Passion Planner does have some free printables that can help, but some people wanted something a little bit more detailed. So I was talking about, I use the Budget Moms Budget by Paycheck workbook. And I started using it in November. And I'm trying to be really good and write everything down like I'm supposed to. But it just reminds me that I'm spending too much money on dumb things. Like looking through all my transactions and writing things down. I'm just like, wow, I'm spending money on a lot of random things. Yes, the new digital planners are definitely greatly improved from what they were. I was a part of the original beta testing for the digital planners, so it's been pretty cool to watch them evolve. Her first 100K. So we have some recommendations in the chat for financial advice. Yeah, the digital planner is kind of like an acquired taste. If you're not comfortable like being on your device all the time, it might not work for you. I have an iPad and I kind of take it, I won't say I take it with me everywhere, but I do take it with me to work. So I can digitally plan. I can never keep up with it. I'm like, oh, I have to open up the app. I have to do this. I know some people are really good at it, but I'm bad at keeping up with it. The paper is like looking at me. They do work with Samsung tablets. They're kind of optimized for GoodNotes, which is like more iPad friendly, but they work with any app that will annotate, that you can annotate a PDF on, because digital planners are just PDFs with hyperlinks in them. So as long as your app can annotate and use those links. Yeah, definitely work from home. I could see that being awesome. Yeah, I did hear that Penly is really good for Android. I also admin a digital planner group. It's at like over 31K. And one of my mods is like really good with Android specific stuff. I don't think she's here tonight, but she's in Passion Planner groups too, and she's always open answering questions. Yeah, let me grab the link to that Facebook group and I can drop that in the chat. Keep hitting this mic. All right, where's this group? Mm, mm, mm. All right, so if you're interested in joining that Facebook group for digital planning, I just dropped the link and pinned it. It's called Digital Planner Addicts. Oh, we're actually at 39.2K. It's pretty cool. I didn't create the group. I kind of inherited it from the original admin back in 2020. But it's grown a lot since then. All right, I will let you guys continue typing and filling that in. Back to my little slide. That's the link we're looking at. All right, so some people aren't, the collage doesn't work for them. They don't care for all that stuff. So some alternatives to the, I guess, traditional vision board are the Passion Roadmap, which is included in Passion Planner. It's also available as a free download if you just want the roadmap. Some people create what they call vision cards, which are just flashcards, which each card is dedicated to a goal, and they hang them on the little rings, and they go through them and check them off. Some people use Pinterest to create visual boards. Some people have dedicated journals to their goals, visions, and dreams. You can write a letter to yourself at the beginning of the year and see what you've accomplished at the end. Another recently popular one is using Notion, which is another digital app to create vision boards. So speaking of the Passion Roadmap, do I have, actually I have a slide on that. All right, so vision board alternative that's included in every Passion Planner, including the dailies. Both the weekly dated and undated planners, they all have this. It's called the Passion Roadmap, and it helps you break down your goals. So let me pull up the new planner just so you guys can see what the updated one looks like. But the focus of the Passion Roadmap is basically to break down your goals into 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, and lifetime goals. And when you set it up, there's the second page that's not visible there. I'm going to pull that up. You focus on one of those goals. All right. Let me share this tab. All right. All right, so this is the first half of the Passion Roadmap. They said, set a timer for 5 minutes. Imagine that whatever you write on this piece of paper will come true. Think of it as a wish list describing your ideal life. Ask yourself, if I could be anything, experience anything, or have anything, what would it be? So the goal here is to kind of brain dump those things. So you write today's date in the wish list box, and then write down what you hope to accomplish in 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, and then lifetime goals. And then step 2 is to prioritize. So after you've set that 5-minute timer and filled out this little chart, it says, look at all of your goals and circle what they call your game changer goal. So that's the one goal that would have the most positive impact on your life right now. To prevent burnout, we strategically prioritize reaching this one goal only. Consider progress on your other goals as extra credit. Awesome, but not necessary. So after you've done that for a minute, it says to visualize, set a timer for 2 minutes, close your eyes, and visualize reaching your game changer goal. What do you see, feel, smell, hear, touch? What does the journey look like? Is there anyone with you? Immerse yourself in that win. Turn the page to the vision board and jot things down or write down any notable details you imagine. Nothing is off limits here. And then the second half of the roadmap is to create the passion plan. So you would pick that one goal that you want to focus on and kind of mind map out how you plan to reach that goal. So this is a pretty good alternative for people who don't really care for the collages, especially if you have a specific goal that you want to focus on. This is actually pretty good. Passion Planner does have the roadmap available as a free download. So if you don't want the planner, you just want this page, it's available to download for free. I can actually show you guys what printables they have available. So if you go to Passion Planner's website and just go to the free downloads, they have all these available. So you can download 1 month of the undated planner. They have various challenges. You can sort them. So full planner PDF, you can download any of the Passion Planner for free. That's always been one of their big things is accessibility. So if you want to download the full 2025 planner, you can. And you don't have to pay anything. They just ask you to pick what size you want to print it as. If you want to start on Sunday or Monday, and then they'll email it to you. So all the full planners are available. They have some samples. So if you're like a visual person and you kind of want to see how other people have used it, they have some samples of how it's being used. So if you want to see the differences between the weekly layout and the daily layout, this is a good one to look at. They also have the measurements because some people do like to design their own stickers. So if you want to design your own stickers and you don't know the measurements, those are available for the weekly planners. I don't think they've done one for the daily. That Passion Roadmap download is here. This is another recent page that they added to their new planners. A core values worksheet called Uncover Your Compass. Just talking about your core values and what makes you feel most alive and fulfilled. So that's another new addition to the planners. They have some inserts. So for if you have habit trackers, we got book trackers. A lot of these are older, but they still update this page pretty frequently. Oh, they do have the monthly one that was added to the planners, the little monthly habit tracker. This is new, but it looks like it is there for people who are interested in that one. So a lot of these are designed to be used on the bottom of your weekly pages. So if you open up the planner and look at weekly pages, the bottom, a lot of these are designed to be cut out and pasted over this bottom portion. So there's a section for personal to-do lists and work to-do lists and your space of infinite possibility. So a lot of these ones that are little cutouts are designed to fit these spaces. So you would download the size related to your planner. So I have a medium planner. I would download the medium one, and then you can print it according to the scale that they tell you to print it, and you can cut them to fit in that space. They also have a lot of different worksheets like journaling challenges, health and wellness challenges, self-care and reflection. And these are all free to download, so you can download them at any time. And yes, someone asked in the chat if you can download them and use them digitally. This is what led to Passion Planner creating their digital planner, was the fact that a lot of us were using the free PDFs on our iPads. I also use GoodNotes, and that's how I became a beta tester, because I was posting about how I used the free printables on my iPad. But yeah, all of these, they're PDFs. You can download them, use them digitally. You can use them on your computers. They have a digital wallpaper, if that's what you want. And then this one, these were quotes created to fit on every weekly Passion Planner page. There's a quote. And originally, when Passion Planner was creating their quotes, they weren't as diverse as people wanted them to be. So they created this PDF that features a bunch of different quotes by very important BIPOC individuals, so that you could cut them out and glue them there. and diversify your planner. I think they've done better though, just in general with those, but these are some of their printables. And like I said, they're all free, so you can download them, use what you want. If you never purchased a passion planner, you just want to try them out, I think that's a good option. Just to see if you even like it, because I'm not gonna lie, these planners are not cheap. They do have sales often, but you know, like right now they're running a sale where you can get the planners half off, which is pretty good. I would take advantage of any of those kinds of sales because the planner itself is like $50. There are a lot of passion planner ambassadors here, so you can always reach out to any of them too. We have 10% discount codes, so we have those too, and those are always available. All right, let me see. All right, so this time I want to open the floor because we had some people shared a lot of pretty cool stuff last time, but just talk about how you use your planner. So these images are of my planners. This is the digital version. So the left is a daily planner and the right is a weekly planner. My planner style has kind of like changed over time. Before I went back to school, I had a lot more like stickers and stuff. It was kind of just something fun to do. And then I went back to grad school, and as you can see on this right side, it was a little bit more like kind of focused, like I color coded this and I did that. And now I rarely use stickers. I kind of just, I write everything down. I color code what I need to. I use erasable pens. I know a lot of people kind of have issues with them because if it gets too hot, the ink will disappear, because that's how erasable pens work. It's the friction, the heat created by the friction of the eraser that erases them. And a lot of people aren't aware of that. But I live in San Francisco now, and it's always cold here. So I don't have any issues with my ink disappearing anymore. But yes, I do use Duolingo. I don't take it that seriously, but I'm on a 1,317-day streak. So if anyone's on Duolingo, you can add me. We can motivate each other for the year. But yes, last time we talked about language learning, and I talked about some websites that I use and tips and tricks and things like that. But I want to open the floor. You can talk about how you use your planners. You can show off some of your planners. You can show off your new planner. I have the Shade Year of the Snake planner. That's the one I went for 2025. I have written absolutely nothing in it because I'm on winter break and I'm taking that so serious. But I do, hopefully throughout the night, I'll update it. I can answer that before someone else takes the floor. But Passion Planner Ambassadors, they're actually redoing our program for the new year. So this might change, but ultimately, Passion Planner Ambassadors, we just promote the product and how we use it as people. And on Passion Planner's website, I don't know if it's still up, but they, I can look while I'm talking, but you just apply at any time. Let me see if I can find but they're changing it so that they want us to do more as ambassadors. The applications are currently closed because, like I said, they're redoing the program. But ultimately, when it does reopen, the requirements, they want us to be more active, because in recent years, a lot of people have kind of just taking advantage of, oh, I'm an ambassador, here's a link. We do earn a little bit of commission when people use our ambassador links, but like they want us to do more. Like this event that I'm hosting, I'm not doing it because I'm a Passion Planner ambassador. It's something I like to do, but they would love ambassadors to do this kind of stuff. Promote the product, talk to people, show them how we use these things, and build the community. And it's not I wouldn't say it's super serious, but they're kind of, it seems like they're getting a little bit more serious for the new year. They want us to do a little bit more, but yeah, you can always ask me questions about the ambassador program. There's a few other ambassadors here too. I know. I've been so sick. I haven't been able to, as much as I want to be in my planner. I've just been like in bed. I don't even want to think about it. I didn't really think about my planner until today. I have tabs I haven't put on. I got tabs. I need to find them so I can put them on. I was like, I'll do all this before Friday so I can show everybody that, and then I didn't do it. Yeah, I don't even know where my tabs are right now. I had a box with another planner that I ordered for my sister, and it has my tabs in it because I took the planner to give to her when I visited my parents on the first week of my break. And then I don't know where I put the tabs. Exactly. You're sick. You just don't want to. I just been in bed. You guys got me up. You guys got me up and out of bed for the first time in a while. Ooh, macro planning. So macro planning is basically when you take your big goals and chunk them down into smaller tasks that are easy that you can achieve over time. So I don't know, say you wanted to be a pop star. Like you can't just wake up and be a pop star. There's like little steps that you have to take to get there. So you would just chunk it down into stuff that's easier to manage and that you can get done. So things like to-do lists or that passion roadmap is a good example of like macro planning. Or like meal planning is a good example of macro planning. Kind of have this idea of what you want for the week, and then you break down the task and all the ingredients and things that you need. And don't feel bad about not using your planners. I'm the queen of not using my planners. One of my goals this year is to use it, like wholeheartedly use it, because I can show you my planner from last year if I can find it. Oh, here it is. So this is my 2024 planner. It's so pretty and it has its tabs. And I used it for like a couple weeks and then I don't think I touched it. I'm just collecting them at this point. Yeah, another thing too, that we talked about at the last event was that a lot of people feel intimidated by what they see on social media. Like we have a lot of very artistic people out there, or people who just like their planners just look so pretty, and then everybody just feels bad that their planner isn't pretty, and then all of a sudden they're like, I don't want to do it anymore. My planner's not pretty. Like ugly planners matter. Just use your planner. It's supposed to help you. We're not doing ourselves a service by buying these expensive books and then not using them. I'm a Monday start person. I said this as a joke in the Facebook group a few years ago, but I was like, Monday start is the only right answer. And some people got upset. It was a joke, I swear. If Sunday works for you, then obviously that's perfect for you. But someone got really upset that I said Monday start was like the only right answer. It's like, it was a joke, I swear. Sometimes I think I'm funny. Yeah, I don't know if I can move back to Sunday start just because I like having my weekends right side by side. Monday start is still the right answer.
I was just about to type that. I like for my weekends, especially when I was decorating with all the things, like I was doing the washi tape and the stickers. Like it didn't sit right with me that Sunday started the week and then Saturday, Friday and Saturday were on the other end. Like I didn't do well with that. So became a Monday start person.
Yeah, it just works for my brain now. Like when I see a Sunday
Right.
start calendar, it takes me a while to readjust.
Right.
Yes, we're gonna use our planners this year. Passion planner paper is really good. It's really thick. You can watercolor in these, by the way. Like that's how thick the paper is. So for my artists out there, draw on them. You can draw on them. I have a daily. When I first became an ambassador, they did these gift boxes for like their top, I don't know how many, top however many earners. And I had they sent us a gift box, and two of the planners that were included were hardcover dailies, a red one and this teal one. I need to find my red one, but I turned it into an art journal. And dang it, I don't know where it is. I moved this summer, so a lot of my stuff is not here in my office. So I need to find it. I have meetups on Sundays, so if you want to see these things, come to my virtual meetups on Sundays, and I can show you these things. But yeah, it's a hardcover daily, and I did art in it, like different. You can use different type of medium. Yes, Sharpies, it's weird. They bleed through, but I could watercolor. I was able to watercolor in it, and it didn't, like, the paper didn't, like, wrinkle. Yeah, some ink still bleeds through, but it's still pretty good quality overall, I think, for most things that we do in our planners. But yeah, don't be afraid to draw on them. I think when Passion Planner was, like, in the early days, that was one of the things they like to showcase how the Passion Planner employees use their planners, and a lot of them would, like, draw. Like, the space of infinite possibility is blank. You can draw on that. Oh, another thing that they added this year was the second bookmark. So there's two bookmarks in the dated weekly planners now. One that matches the color of the planner, and then the original light green, lime green ribbon. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize one of my cats was in here because I closed the office because I'm trying not to, like, disrupt everyone. And she's just, like, in here going through my things. Do you need something, miss? Yes, marble. I actually have some. I might give them away because I don't want to be that person that's collecting old planners. But I do have, like, a dated marble one somewhere. I have a box in my garage downstairs, um, with a bunch of planners. Before I became an ambassador and started, like, giving them away, um, Passion Planner had a warehouse sale back, what was it, like 2020, 2021, something like that, when they were moving to their previous warehouse. And so I drove down to San Diego, and they were like, "Oh, we're giving away planners." They were giving away boxes of planners. So I ended up with, like, 5 boxes of undated planners, and that's kind of how I started giving them away to people. I think I still have some of those. So I need to go through and start. Hi, Kesha. I need to go through and give things away. I have a bunch of dailies because Pi Day, if you guys aren't familiar with Pi Day, March 14th, um, they have Pi Day sales where the planners are $3.14. So, yeah, those are good days. Mark your calendars, put it in your planner. March 14th. They always have a Pi Day sale around that week. Yes, write it in your planner. Let me see. They have an example of the roadmap on their website. I can pull it back up. If anybody has their completed roadmap or one of them, you guys can share those too. But let me see if I go back and share this tab. Under the free planner printables, they have the layout samples, and there is a roadmap there. So this is older, but it's still a pretty good example. Of course, this one do that. But yeah, so they have their 3-month goals, their 1 year, 3 years, and lifetime. I kind of just wrote them out. Is it Deidre? You have your hand up? Go ahead, jump in. But yeah, this is a completed one. I can also drop the link to it in the chat. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, these books, you can do whatever you want with them. You can ignore everything written on them, write whatever you want to. And I think that is something that a lot of people don't realize too. But they're like, oh, the time doesn't work for me. Then ignore the time. Scratch it out. Put some washi tape on it. Like the bottom of the pages on the weekly, there's a personal to-do list and a work to-do list. I have a separate work planner, so I wouldn't put my work there, but I guess I could put like other things there. Yes, change the labels on things.
Yeah, I think people get really stuck on, oh, it says I have to put, this is where this goes. No, it's your planner. You paid $50 for it. It goes where you say it goes. Don't get so stuck on this is where it has to go. There are people who actually fill out the monthly reflections in the back, but they put something totally different on it, like they cover up all the questions and all of that. And that's what you should do instead of like me leaving it blank all the time. I think I did maybe 2 months this entire year, but you know, rather than getting stuck on what these are suggestions that they put in. So rather than get stuck on that, just make it your own. I think that'll make us a lot happier when we do it like that, other than, oh, it says this, now I can't use it or I can't write that down.
Yeah. And I think once everybody kind of figures out what works for them and realizes that if you break a rule I see in the chat, my fellow ADHD folks, nothing's going to happen. Like if you don't write in the box that says to write whatever it says in the box, I promise you nothing's going to happen. The world's not going to end. But speaking of ADHD, another planner that I talked about during the last event was the anti-planner. Some of you guys might be familiar with it. If you're not, it was designed by a person with ADHD for other individuals with spicy brains. Let me pull up that planner page, but this is what it looks like. It's called the anti-planner. How to get shit done when you don't feel like it. So it's not a regular planner per se. It kind of is just supposed to motivate you in different ways. So there's several tabs on the side. You pick one that corresponds to how you're feeling in that moment. And there's different activities to kind of pull you out of it. Yes, Anna gets it. So the tabs are labeled stuck, overwhelmed, unmotivated, disorganized, and discouraged. So say you're feeling overwhelmed, I'm going to flip to that tab. And then there's it asks you how you're feeling. So there's intimidated, overcommitted, panicked, and burnt out. So say I was feeling burnt out, it tells me to turn to page 144. I turn to page 144 and it talks about different feelings of burnout. So I'm putting others' needs before my own. I'm struggling with self-care. I'm exhausted all the time. It kind of lists different feelings of burnout. And then you can pick, there's several activity pages you can do to kind of help you with that burnout that you might be feeling. So this first one's I don't have any mental energy left. So it just kind of, they're different little activities. So it says how to identify the signs of burnout. Give yourself a damn break. Also, if profanity is not your thing, she has a clean version. Just want to throw that out there because I know not everybody. I'm a potty mouth when I'm comfortable. So you guys should be happy that I'm throwing out curse words occasionally because I only do that when I'm in a comfortable space. But yes, she has this version. There's a clean version. There's also PDF versions. So if you want to it's a little bit cheaper. You can download it and print it out as many times as you want because all of these is one of each page. So I also have the digital version because I'm what am I supposed to do if I use the page and I want to do it again? So I have the digital version so that I can print out whatever page I want when I want to. But yeah, oh, I feel that. the perimenopausal planner for cranky people who can't remember anything. As of right now, I just have to put it in my phone reminder app. I throw everything in there that I don't want to forget and tell it to notify me at a certain time, and then I ignore it. That's the closest thing I have in regards to that. But yeah, maybe put a reminder in your phone to look at your planner. Just look at it. Oh, another thing I wanted to share was this little magazine that I put together. It was just something for fun, and then one of my friends recommended that I print them, so I have some of these. But it's called The Ultimate Mini Guide to Planning. It was just something I did for fun. So it's a zine. So in the beginning, it talks about what a zine is, and it's basically a DIY magazine. And I talk about like how you can start planning. A little self-reflection page, how to figure out your planner style, just like some questions and stuff, because I know some people like those kinds of things. Design your own planner cover. Designing like what your ideal planner would include. I talk about different types of planners. And then closing thoughts and next steps. So if anybody wants one of these, I can drop the link later. But yeah, I published a little mini book on planning. But yeah, if anybody else wants to talk about planning, you guys don't have to listen to me ramble all night. I do love the conversations happening in the chat. They make me very happy to see that you guys are having fun. Okay, let me see. All right, so these are the different types of passion planners. They have weekly planners, both dated and undated planners. They have daily undated planners, and then they have digital versions of them. Oh yeah, this is my big qualm. Some people use stickers and decorate and others don't. If it works for you, it works. Because I've seen so many people be mean about how others use their stickers, and I think that's a really bizarre thing to be mean to people about. Someone literally left the Passion Planner group the other day because someone said, they asked the question of whether or not they were the only person who decorated at the end of the week, because she said that if she added stickers beforehand, that she felt like she wouldn't have enough room to fill out her planner. That's very valid. I don't know what you have going on in your life. Maybe you don't want to put a sticker down and realize you needed that space to write. But somebody was like, yeah, they went on like a whole rant and we're talking about like how they didn't understand how someone could use stickers because my planner is supposed to be functional. And no, that's very mean and very none of your business. If stickers work for you, they work for you. The end. It's kind of weird to be a grown adult and then like to go off on people because they like stickers. Like, stop being mean. Let people use their stickers. If you don't like stickers, don't use them. The end. That's perfectly fine. But I just thought it was really weird. And then someone replied to them and said, like, if that's what works for them, and the person left. Like, they reported that comment to the admin saying that they were being mean, and then the person left. And I'm just like, but you were the one who was being mean. They were just saying, like, hey, they like stickers. Why do you care? And the person left the Facebook group. And I was like, well, okay. Like, I didn't know that some people felt very, like, strongly about that. But yeah, the opposite of decorative is minimal, not functional. Functional is subjective. And it's really funny because everyone's like, I don't use stickers because my planner is functional. Like, people who use stickers, it's functional for them too. The opposite of decorative is minimal. You don't decorate. Maybe you just use pen. That's fine. It's your planner. But it's still functional if that's what works for them. Exactly. Some of us do both. It depends on your day, depends on your mood. I have a passion planner bag by my feet that is full of stickers. And I have sticker books. I have some journals. This is all like different like passion planner and happy planner stickers. And every now and then I'll take it with me because I'm like, oh, I'm going to use these. And then I don't touch any of them. But I have them. and they're available when I do want to use them. But like, don't be mean about stickers, guys. Yes, I have a lot of washi tape. If anybody is interested in exchanging happy mail, that's something that we can arrange, because I need to get rid of some of this stuff and I don't like throwing them away if other people can use them. So if you have a stash of things you haven't, you don't want to use, or you feel that someone else would serve someone else, then yeah, we can get that going. I did drop a link earlier. I can drop it again, but it is for people to share their socials and websites and stuff. I'm going to drop it again, but share, connect with some other people. I've met a lot of pretty cool friends from this community. But yeah, you guys can, I answer my messages when I see them. So if you guys want to click that link and add your socials, there's a spot for Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, TikTok. If you have a Facebook page, if you have Facebook groups, if you want people to join, website, YouTube, and then there's a spot for anything else. Drop the links in that sheet. I'll pin it again before I forget. Oh yeah, I'm on Blue Sky too. So if you're on there, all my handles are the same, Mixed Mama Musings. So if you just search me on those things, yeah, I'm on there. I'm even on that Lemonade app. I don't even think people know what that is. I'm everywhere. Like, you can look me up, Mixed Mama Musings, and that is that. But yeah, if anybody wants to share anything about planners, like I said, just let me know and you can jump up or just unmute yourself and I will be quiet. Well, this is a good one. What time of day, or do you set aside a specific time of day for your planning? So I know some people do it Sunday. That's why I host my virtual meetups on Sundays, because my planners Monday start. So I'm like, Sunday's the last day of my planner week. So if you want to do that, join my Facebook groups. If you're in the All Things Passion Planner group or the BIPOC Passion Planner group or the official Passion Planner community, I share the links. I mention them there, and then I'll tell you guys where I drop the links. But every Sunday, as long as I'm not sick, because the last couple Sundays I've been sick, so I wasn't able to host them. Another thing I wanted to talk about was journaling. Do we have any people who journal here? I know some people journal in their planners, but some of us have like separate journals. So this is my journal. It's a passion journal. Passion Planner does have journals. They're discontinuing them. So if you want one, you got to grab it before they run out, because I don't think they're making any more. Not to my knowledge, but I decorated this with vinyl because I am also a crafty girl. So I have a Cricut and I have basically the amount of a small craft store in my garage. Yes, I will be continuing my group meeting, so we will have one on Sunday. I put a little quote on the back by Maya Angelou. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive. Yes, use that vinyl. See, I'm telling you, use your stuff. Make stickers. Use your things. That's my motto for the year. I got to use my stuff. I need to stop spending money. My vision board is all about budgeting. Yeah, I have a lot of insider info about Passion Planner. Hit me up. I can fill you in. Perks of being a mod for the Facebook group. We kind of get heads up on certain things. So I have secrets. I know that many things, but I do know some things. So this journal I actually started almost 4 years ago. And I told myself, I'm going to journal every day. And it's going to be a documentation of my life as a 30-year-old, because I turned 30. And I was like, and then I used it for like a couple weeks and then never touched it. And then I went back into it last year. 2 years later. It's like, oh, I should probably use that because I don't want to waste it. And it has a lot of good memories in it. So I started using it. And I started writing like other things, like I was writing song lyrics in it for songs that I liked. I started doing these like waterfall tabs where you like cut the pages so they're different lengths and then putting washi on them. So they're little different lengths. And this is where I use most of my stickers since I have so many. Oh, someone mentioned the Hero's Journal. I have one of those too. Yeah, I hoard things. I don't know what I want to use mine for. But for those of you who don't know, the Hero's Journal is another daily journal. But the focus is kind of like you're on a quest. So they're like, what is your quest? And your quest might be, I don't know, weight loss, or you want to finish your PhD. But whatever your quest is, you fill out all the pages. Yes, all these things are expensive. That's what I'm saying. You got to use your things. I'm not buying any more things. I have to use them because, yes, everything is expensive. And I'm just like, ooh, that's fun, but it's expensive. Part of my goal this year is to not waste money on unnecessary things. But basically, you define the goals of your quest, and you basically sign a little contract with yourself saying that you accept the quest. And it's just a daily planner. So you would essentially need 4 of these to complete a year. That's how most of these daily planners are. They're quarterly. Yes, using what you have is itself a creative task. If you have scrapbook paper, you can make stickers out of those. Just throwing that out there. Some people don't know. I used to use a lot of scrapbook paper. I would just cut out what I wanted to decorate and stuff, but use what you have. And if you absolutely want something else, trade with people. Trade things with people. Paying a little bit to mail a little pack of stuff to people is better than spending like all this money on more things. It was nice having you. It'll be recorded if you want to watch the rest later.
I got sick of using stickers and washi tape in particular, but I had decided about 2 or 3 years ago that I wasn't spending any more money on stickers because, I had so many and I wasn't using them. Well, I wasn't using them. You couldn't use them all. I had so many. So I decided to use the Oprah effect, like when she gave away those cars. And when I decorate for the entire year so that when I look at it, there's no excuse for me not to write in it because, oh, I don't want to use this page. It's not decorated. No, I don't. I decorate. I take like an 8-hour day when I'm not doing anything else and I sit down, usually in December, but this time I did in October because I was out and I just decorated, right? And I just go, you get a sticker, you get a sticker, and I don't care if it covers up the numbers, the times of the day, because I typically, nothing for me is ever 6 to 7 or it's 7:40 to 8:10, or it's always some random number which they don't have a time for. So it doesn't matter. When I had washi tape, I just covered up all the time anyway with the washi tape. But yeah, I'm trying to use everything in the house or give it away. And because it can be, sometimes you can have too much stuff to decorate that you don't even know where to start. So, gotta get rid of it. But if you're interested in buying stickers, Dollar Tree has some really good stickers. Dollar 25 Tree has some really good stickers, of all kinds of designs and stuff. It's up to you. I will tell you though, if this is your first time using a planner, if you look at it and it's thin right now, once you start putting stickers in it or washi tape or both, it's going to get thick without you even adding any writing to it or anything like that. It's, and it may be heavier than you want it to be, but I think you should try it out. You might love it. Or you could be like me and won't write in it unless it's decorated. And then, for about 3 months last year, it was decorated and I didn't write a single word in it. Beautiful, empty, blank pages. I think somebody said that on there, in the chat, that they hated looking at it like that. Yeah, me too, but I did it. I don't think I know a single person, though, who has not done time without writing in their plan. Some years I've done really well and I've written something in every week, and but most of the years I've had it, like I said, since the Kickstarter, and I've always had a week or more where there's nothing in it. And that's okay too. It happens.
Yeah, people need to stop feeling guilty for what they don't use. Like, ultimately, we need to use them. That's the goal, right? Use them. Whether it's a planner or a journal, use it. Use it to the best of your ability, but also don't feel bad when you don't. I just hate, like, the thing that's eating me is more so that I'm like, oh, I'm spending money on these things, and they're just collecting dust. So, as someone who's trying to work on her finances this year, I'm just like, don't stop wasting money on things. But yeah, like, use what you can, but don't feel bad when you have those weeks. Like the last 2 weeks that I was sick, I wasn't looking at any planners. I didn't care about planning. I was too busy coughing out my lungs. I'm just like, I'm not gonna beat myself up for stuff like that. But definitely, like, use it for memory books. I got one of these little Sprocket photo printers that I've been eyeballing for like ever. And I started printing out pictures last night, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have pictures all over the place. I'm gonna have pictures in my planners and my journals, little things like that.
Sprocket. I
Hmm?
loved it too. I said I have a Sprocket, and then I don't know why I stopped using it. See, I
Yeah, I
don't
printed
just
out a
stop
couple
using.
photos last night.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh
I don't.
yeah, I'm getting it.
Right. I loved it. I don't just stop using my paper planner though. I stopped using all the things. Like I have a label maker, and now Amazon is sending me pictures of some in a different color, and I'm looking at one in a plastic container going, what happened? Why did I stop using that?
Oh
I
yeah, I have
just,
an abundance of
yeah,
craft supplies, so that's why I'm like, this year I'm using all things. I'm gonna put some
using
scrapbook
all
paper.
the things. Yeah,
I'm gonna make a scrapbook. Do whatever I have to because I have all these things that are just collecting dust.
right.
And I try to make myself feel better, like, oh, I got them all on sale because I do buy my things on sale. But
Right.
what's the point? You still spend money and then let it collect dust.
Right, exactly. And it's really something that we should not be doing. My other addiction is pens.
Yeah, I got pens for days. Yes,
Yeah.
there is a planner meeting this Sunday. Hopefully I'll have more voice by then, but I do want to host them because it'll be the first one of 2025. If you're in my, like I mentioned, the All Things Passion Planner group or the BIPOC Passion Planner group, I dropped the links there. I might post some new links for the new year, but yeah. Oh, speaking of other planners, see, I even have this. This is a reading planner. It's called a Novel Companion Ultra. I have another reading planner by this same person, but yeah, it's supposed to help you like keep track of books that you've purchased, book series trackers, monthly reading stats, and there's a lot of blank pages, but it's also up.
You muted yourself, I think, again.
Yeah, I just saw it. I stopped and I looked at it and I just stared at it for a second, like how much did I mute myself? But yeah, the reason I haven't used this reading planner is because it's also a planner, like a weekly planner thrown in. And I'm like, oh, well, I just wanted the book things. I don't need another planner. So now I'm just like, ugh. It's just gonna sit there until I'm ready to use it as a weekly, like a regular weekly planner. Because I'm just like, it's undated. Always get. I don't mind hoarding undated planners. You know what I realized I didn't do? I did not do a single giveaway. So let me do that. See what happens when you guys let me yap? Let's see. All right. So if you haven't entered the giveaway, I can drop that link really quickly. I'm gonna just do them randomly. Or I'm just gonna like, okay. So I have if you filled out the form and put your name into a Google Sheet, and each row is numbered. So those are the numbers I'm gonna use. And then you're just gonna get a random thing that you chose. So it's either gonna be, I have one 2025 planner still available. And then I have some undated weeklies and some undated dailies. So I'm just gonna run a random number generator, and then if you pick that item, then you can get it. Like, I'm just gonna do it randomly. So let's see. Generator, what's my, looks like we have about 31 entries.
I don't know if you can, but I asked that you remove my name from the digital planner. I don't know why I signed up for that. I
Don't worry.
bought a digital planner
If your
years
number gets
ago,
pulled,
and
I
never
won't give
used
you the
it.
digital.
Okay, good.
Because I'm just gonna like run the numbers and be like, okay, you get this. Here's this. Yeah, that's the giveaway link. So okay, I'll give you guys a little bit of time to just fill that in before I pull any numbers. But on the form, it asks for your information, and then just check which planners you'd be okay winning. Because I'm just gonna be like, hey, this person's gonna get this. This person's gonna get this, and I'm just gonna do it that way. So I'll give you guys a couple minutes to fill it out. But I have a I have a 2025. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, I have a 2025 Rainbow Prisma. All the planners are medium and Monday start. So I'm just throwing that out there because I'm a medium Monday start person. And then the undated planners that I have are the Onyx Kintsugi one. It's black with like the gold detailing, kind of like Japanese Kintsugi. I have an undated Enchanted Greenhouse one. It has like flowers. And then an undated Calm Green. So the only difference with the undated planners, if you're not familiar with Passion Planner, they still have the same like weekly layout, but they put all the blank months together at the front, and then you have all the weeks at the back. Because, you know, every month kind of has a different number of weeks each year. So instead of trying to figure out how many weeks to put between the months, they just stack all the months at the beginning and then all the weeks at the end. So if that's not your jam, let me know and I won't send you that. And then I have two undated dailies. The Sagebrush Green and the Celestial Calm Blue. So these are dailies, and all the dailies come in small unless you get one of the black ones. The elite black ones come in all 3 sizes. But if you want any other design, they're only ever available in small. So let's see. And then I probably have like more dailies and journals downstairs, but I didn't have time to go look and see what I have. But I do giveaways all the time. So if you follow me on social media or just hang out in my Facebook groups, you'll be notified when those things happen. I don't know. I think it depends on what you're using the daily planner for, because the layout's different. Like I use the daily because I have a medium daily planner. I don't think, yeah. But I use it for like planning projects just because there's more room to write. But I don't know. Does anybody else use a daily? Are you consistent with it? Because I just use it for projects.
At first, I didn't know why I would need a daily, why I would use one. And then when I started getting them, I decided to use them like that's where I take my work notes. And so when I'm in a meeting, I take my notes in the daily. Because I'm not the person to try to date things. Like I'm terrible at messing it up and all of that. But the daily is cool because it can last you for a long, long time if you don't have to be in meetings a lot. And if that's what if that's what you use it for, like what I'm using it for. So I did buy that daily bundle that they have, but I'm still using like some dailies that I bought not as a bundle for. I have some for different things, like ones for church and take my church sermon notes or whatever, and just different parts of your life that I can use a daily for. So that's what.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna pull for. Let's do the Rainbow Prisma first. So it's the 2025 one. Okay. So that's the numbers 5 through 19. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, let me hide you guys' personal information first. Hide that. All right. All right, so I've hidden emails and things like that. All right, so this is my little Google Sheet that everybody who filled out that little form, it pops up you guys' name and which planners you guys are okay with winning. And then these are the numbers that I'm looking at, the numbers on the side. So for the Rainbow Prisma, it's the numbers 5 through 19. And then I have my little number generator, 5 through 19. And 19. So that person is Anna. Let me write that down just in case. I don't know if Anna's here, but she's won the Rainbow Prisma.
You have more than one Anna. Lord, I can't talk. And somebody's
Last
asking you
name
which
is it
Anna.
Jannak? Jannak. I forgot that hold on. I forgot to switch it back to this tab. So I'm like, we're here. This person. Oh, she's in the chat. Congrats.
That's me, Anna Janik.
Janik. There we go. Anna Janik. So you get the rainbow one. I'm going to contact the winners through either email or social media, whatever you put on the form. And then I'll get your contact info and ship it out.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
All right. So let me do the next one. What else is on my little list? We put rainbow. Okay, so the rainbow has been won. We can do the Onyx Kintsugi next. So that's the black one with the gold trim. Let me go back to my list. Onyx 8. A lot more people. I'll just put the numbers 8 through 42. All right, generate. Let me make sure. 29 did not pick Onyx Kintsugi. Number 11 did. All right. So for this one, it's Jennifer Wolf. And I don't know, I saw her here earlier. I don't know if she's still here, but
That's me. Thank you so much. That's going to be for my husband, David.
Jennifer Wolf. And this is the Onyx. All right, so that's this one. Congrats. Wish I had more fanfare music, but I have anything. All right. The next one we'll do is the Enchanted Greenhouse. So these ones are undated, just a reminder. Enchanted Greenhouse is going to use the same numbers starting from 7. Yep, 742. So 7. So 19 and 11 are out. 38. 38. So number 38, is it Maurice Morris Pineda? Please correct me if I am mispronouncing names. I'm really big on making sure that people's names are pronounced correctly. I don't know if they're here, but I will contact them. Enchanted, so that's the Enchanted Greenhouse. Next, we'll do the Calm Green Undated Weekly. Go back to this tab. And let me make sure I have the right numbers. Calm Green 10. 10. 25. They did not request this planner. 26. Also did not. 39. Calm Green. Okay. So number 39 is Kim McNair. Yay! Congrats. I love that reaction. But yes, so you're getting the Calm Green Undated Weekly Planner. I make sure I'm writing down these.
If you're doing any more, can you refresh? I had to take an emergency call. I just entered my name.
All right, refreshed. So I'll keep
Thank
that
you.
there. Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
right,
we
well,
had
we
a
got-
technical difficulty. Did you call my name?
I did not.
Okay. I
No
don't know how to
worries.
work the chat or anything.
Oh, understandable. Let's see, yeah. All right, so I have 2 dailies. We'll do the 2 dailies, and I did say random color because I wasn't sure if I was going to grab more. Yeah, honestly, I know I have more, so I could do a couple more if I want to. Daily starts with number 6 and goes all the way down. Yep. All right. Okay, let me refresh this before it gives me the same numbers over and over. Okay, we already had 19 win. 18. Did they request a daily? They did. Number 18, right? Yeah. So number 18 is Amanda Morris. I don't know if she's here, but she'll be getting one of the dailies. Let's see. Oh, I see her, Amanda. See you on my list of attendees. So congrats. Okay, so that's one daily, and then this will be for the last one. Generate 35. And then number 35 is Joy Schroeder.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then actually, you know what? I'll do one more. I have purple ones downstairs, so I can do one more daily. I know for a fact I have another one down. I got kicked off of my own call. That was so rude. I turned around to say something and it was like, bye. Like, oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I can do one more daily because I know for a fact that I have at least one more purple one downstairs. So I'm going to do another. We'll generate one more. Did this person request? Oh, I need to update my numbers. Number 43. So Elizabeth, you got in just in time. And ended up getting one. So I know for a fact I have another daily in my.
Awesome. Thank you.
I will grab that. But yeah, I'll hit you guys up. If not tonight, tomorrow. Either through email, whatever social media link you guys put on the form to get your contact. If you didn't win, I give away stuff all the time. So if you didn't get anything today, find me on social media. I'm giving stuff away all the time. Okay, so those are my giveaways. I have everyone's names written down. I have to ship out another one because someone won a planner during my last event and they never got the email. So she contacted me a couple days ago. I was like, did you just mail out the planners? And I'm like, whoever emailed me back got their planner. But apparently the email got lost, but I have to mail hers out tomorrow as well. So I'm hoping I can get all this done this weekend because I have to go back to work on Monday. Yes. But yeah, I do giveaways all the time. And I know I have like journals and things downstairs. I have to go through my boxes of things because I don't need all of them. I have like journals that I recently purchased right next to me. So that's why I know I have journals to give away. These ones are actually kind of interesting because they're 8x8, so they're square journals. Most journals are like A5 size, which is half letter size, 8.5 by 5. These are 8. They're squares, and I haven't opened them because why do I need to open them? I don't need to open them right now. But I have like 3. These are Archer and Olive, and I have to finish my other journal. I'm forcing myself to use these things. But if I end up not using them, I'm gonna give those away too because like I even have my other seasonal dailies I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with. They had that golden seasons that they released earlier this year. They're really pretty, but will I use them? I don't know. I might give those away too. That's what happens when I get paid in Passion Planner gift cards. I don't need all these things. They're like, they're like, okay, we sent you guys your gift card. Like, can I just get $50? Does it have to be a Passion Planner gift card? Can I just get 50 regular US dollars? I don't need another planner. But hey, everyone else here benefits from all of that. Let me see. Mm.
Well, look how you're blessed in the world. And not a lot of expense to you, or if any. Yay.
Yeah, I'm grateful though, because these planners are like super expensive. Yeah, thank you for
Right.
joining. Feel free to head out. I'm not holding anyone hostage. Promise.
My person got theirs.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm happy. I know some people
And
did.
join the call.
Yeah, some people let me know that they got them. So I was kind of nervous because I got sick right after I got everyone's contact information. So I was able, because I ship everything from home. So I had them, like I have my whole, like I have shipping supplies, okay? I have printer, all that. See, I have too many things. But anyways, I paid for the shipping. I have like my scale. I weigh everything. I pack them and weigh them at home. So I had all that and I gave them their tracking info, but then I wasn't able to ship them out for like another week. And I felt so bad because I got sick like that. I was out of work for a whole week. And I was just like, I couldn't even get up to go to the post office. So I finally shipped them out. I know some people got theirs just this week. So thankfully they got them to start the new year, but they could have gotten sooner, but I just got sick. And I was just like, so hopefully I can do that. Girl, what are you doing? One of my cats is like playing with this curtain and she's being really loud. I have to do that. But yeah, so I'm glad that your person got theirs. Shannon won a planner and she decided to gift it because just like me, we have too many things. She entered the giveaway and then was like, I actually don't need a planner. I have a planner. So I ended up shipping it to one of her friends. I'm glad they got it. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm yapping. Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about? Or if anyone wants to ask me questions about any Passion Planner related things? I do host virtual meetups on Sundays. So if you just want to like hang out and set up your planner, we do that on Sundays. We have a pretty decent group that's like it's not a lot of us, but there's some people who kind of meet every Sunday, which is kind of nice to have like a couple people that I know will be there. But
Yeah, how do we get the link to that? I seem to have lost it a long time ago and it's still on my weekly digital calendar, but then I don't have a link.
yeah, if you're in this Facebook group, I'll share the link, the All Things Passion Planner group. I drop the link there.
Okay.
I drop it every Sunday. So
thank you.
If you're in that group, it'll be there. The link should be the same. I might make a new one because I didn't realize that the BIPOC link was the one being dropped in the other group. So I want to at least have two separate groups, just two separate links for the two different groups.
Okay.
Just so that, nobody jumps into a meeting that they didn't plan to jump into because the link will be live. But ultimately, the link was the same. That's why I wasn't posting it every week, but I can schedule a post to make sure that it gets posted every week. But yeah, I do that. Yeah, I can drop a link to that group right now too, just in case anybody wants to.
And again, I just step away, so forgive me if you covered it. Has anybody in here like used the journal and found it really helpful? Because I'm debating when I have a stack of blank books I've collected over the years, and I try and use it as a daily and try and use it as a journal, but it's never been consistent. That's why I'm drawn to starting using a daily with my weekly now.
Anybody? We're all friends here.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I don't have the journals. I just have the dailies and the weekly, and I started using the daily and the weeklies together, but not the journal.
Yeah. My question about the journal is, what's your intention for it? And what does consistency look like for you? Are you like trying to use it every day, or do you have like a specific purpose you want to use it for? Because I think that'll determine, like for me, I use my journal whenever I just feel like it. Like I'm like, oh, I need to write something down, or it's more like a diary for me. So yeah, I do use it, but in that way. Yeah.
But have you found it more helpful in that it's structured in a way to help you write and get feelings out or whatever versus just opening a blank book and doing a brain dump?
Yeah, the journals are just like blank, but I do use the daily because it still has like what is it? Where's my daily?
Yeah.
But
Oh, I thought the journals had like the questions and stuff in them. I didn't realize.
Oh, no.
Maybe I'm wrong.
yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
dotted, lined,
Oh
or
no,
like this.
Passion
Okay.
Planner does have a guided journal that they released not too long ago, and I
Yeah.
haven't heard good things about it. um,
Okay.
One of my friends, because they released a physical version of it, I believe, but they also had a digital version that they released initially. And one of my friends, who's also a Passion Planner ambassador, she's not here tonight. She said it wasn't that great. She sent me a copy of the PDF that she had, and I couldn't really get into it. It wasn't,
Mhm.
you know, I can
I'm glad to know
probably
that
pull it
'cause I
up.
thought I'm glad to know that because I thought really hard about purchasing that one.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. It was kind of like they wanted to have like, oh, we need a guided journal, so if we're gonna throw something out, but I don't think it was struck. It could have been better. From like, it's not that great. I don't mind if you guys want to message me after this. I can send you the copy that she sent me if you just want to look at it. I'm not selling anything. I don't mind sharing things. That's another thing. I have PDF versions of the any of the planners, the digital planner. So if you want to try out a digital planner, I don't mind sharing. If you want a digital version of the ANSI planner, I have that. The Budget Mom workbook that I use, I didn't even show you guys that, but it's a budget by paycheck. So you basically budget how you use every dollar of your paycheck and write down all your transactions and stuff like that. It gets tedious because, you know, we can look at our bank accounts online, but when you actually write down like money going in and money going out, you realize that, or at least I realized that I was spending money on garbage. So it's a lot of writing, but it does like force you to kind of sit down and reflect. I have the PDF version of that. So just hit me up, let me know. Let me actually drop my email. Hit me up via email, because if everyone like throws it in the chat, I'm gonna forget. But this is my email. What do you need, Kat? She's like, I have a box of planners here, and she's just like all up in my box. Like, mind your business, miss. Those are not for you. But yeah, you can send me an email at dahlia@mixedmamamusings.com, and I can send you whatever. Like, I have PDF versions of that ANSI planner. I have PDF versions, the actual digital passion planners, if you want to play around with those, if you have the means to use a digital planner on your computer or phone or tablet. What else? Yeah, I have all those things. If you need journal prompts because your brain just doesn't know what to write about, I can help you with those as well. I get it. Sometimes we don't know what to write about. For some people, I envy people who can just sit down and like brain dump and just be like, today, this is what happened. I can do that sometimes. I do have entries where I'm like, today was awesome or today was horrible. I can write that down. But most of the time, I can never figure out what to write. So I rely on journal prompts and things like that. And no shame. I love people that can just write, but sometimes I'm not one of those people. And I have a blog, which is hilarious because I write. Sometimes I don't know what to write. Yeah, that's like the benefit of guided journals, right? Like it forces you to answer those hard questions, just like if you were talking to a therapist. But I don't know, I didn't like the structure. But once again, if you send me an email, you can look at it and decide if it's for you. And if you want a physical version, buy a physical version. I will say the guided journal that Passion Planner sells, the PDF version has the name of the person who purchased it at the bottom of every single page. So it's gonna have my friend's name on it at the bottom. But I was like, oh, can't do anything about it. I guess that was their way of making sure that people didn't do what I'm about to do and just send it to everyone. But just letting you know, if you're using it digitally, like I just got like the white pen on my planner and on my iPad and just crossed it out on every page that I was writing on. But if it doesn't bother you, it's gonna have her name on it.
Okay.
I mentioned in the chat earlier that I started a 5-year journal this just a couple days ago. And I love the idea of just having that little bit of space just to write down what happened that day. It kind of makes me think about the highlights, and it's not so overwhelming. It's like, yeah, okay, well, we took our Christmas tree down yesterday. I put that in there. So, and it doesn't have to be anything huge. It's just a little memory from the day. And that makes it so less overwhelming to do it every day.
And that's what some people don't realize too. You can do that in your planners. Like some people feel bad about now. I just write what you did today. Like, or
Yeah,
didn't
that's
do.
I do bullet points in my weekly because I mean, I put work in, but I don't have a lot to do for work. And I want my planner to be more for my personal stuff, my creative side, not just my job. So I do like bullet points in there. And that's why I'm thinking to try the daily now, because the daily makes me look a little more intuitively or, I don't know, more self-aware about my day. And then, stick with the monthly reflections because I mentioned earlier, I'm getting rid of my shame, forgiving myself for not using my planner as much as I would like to last year. Because in previous years, I loved it and I used it all the time. But last year was sort of a year of grief for me and I just wasn't in the mood to jot things down or whatever. So that's why I started journaling and using these blank books that I've collected over the years just for general brain dumps and stories and whatever. So, but to me, that's a lot of paper and juggling between books. So I just wanted to see where I can find my balance. So I'm looking forward to trying that daily.
Yeah. Maggie mentioned their life's not dramatic enough to use a daily passion planner, but it might be a good sketch journal. It is. The paper's really good. Like I need to find the one that I started as an art journal because I was using all kinds of stuff in there. It's just fun. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the back pages because the passion planner has blank pages and dotted pages in the back of their planners. And I never know what to do with those. Like I know I can use them just for notes, but I also don't know what I want to put in them. I did put together like printables for the back pages. But then I'm like, I don't use those either. I know some people have downloaded them and used them, so I'm glad I put them together, but I never know what to use them for. And I
use
also
them to track my movies and my TV shows mostly, and
That's
also
what I need to-
questions to talk to my family members about. Like each family member has a different section. And so when I talk to them, I flip to that and say, is there something I'm supposed to talk to them about? That's mainly what I use it for. I noticed they switched the dotted pages and the blank pages this year.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. I'm like, oh, they're in a different spot. Maybe they realize people use the other ones more. I don't know.
I have so many pages in my planner. It's a wonder. I call it actually something I use that go unused. Like I very rarely, every now and then I'll do the roadmap and I only did probably about 3 months of the reflections and I start out with good intentions trying to put something on those pages in the back, but my handwriting's not great. And when I look at it, I'm like, this is so messy. This is not, one of those unforgiving things. I'm like, and I cannot draw. I'm not the bullet journal person. So, looks better to me blank almost.
Oh, speaking of bullet journaling, bullet journaling, like as an art form, is like a relatively new thing too. Because I started bullet journaling before I started seeing all the artsy people post about theirs, and excuse me, Ryder Carroll, the guy who invented the bullet journal method, it was always just a notebook and a pen. So it was like, oh, write your to-do list. It was always meant to be basic so that anybody could do it. But because so many people now are crazy talented and they're doing all kinds of art, people are like, I can't bullet journal. I'm like, no, that's not what bullet journaling is. It's literally just open a notebook and write your to-do list and your tasks. But yeah, it's evolved so much that people think it's more on the art side. And I'm like, no, you literally just need a notebook and then write down your to-do list. That's what bullet journaling is. But this journal that I had started, this is where I get to be creative. This was one year, me and my cousin kind of just went on a rampage watching random horror movies. So I would just write about what the movie was about. I did a page where I was talking about things I was currently watching, songs I was listening to at the time. And I don't draw. These are I print out these pictures. I have, like I said, I have a lot of craft supplies. So I use a lot of scrapbook paper. I have journaling cards. So a lot of this stuff is just things that I glued in. That was, like I said, this was the year I turned 30. So I was my plan for this was oh, I'm going to document my life as a 30-year-old. And then I stopped. I was okay, that's enough. I did it for a month. And then I was that's enough. So one of my goals is to continue this one and finish this one. I did get back into it Like I said, 2023. So February, no, not even 2023, 2024, last year. Time isn't real, guys. I got back into it last year, and I started doing, like I mentioned earlier, the little waterfall tabs where you trim the pages so they're different sizes, and then I just use washi tape to make the little tabs. And that's fun because then I have like different layers. So I started doing that more. So you can kind of see it with this one a little bit, but you trim the pages so they're all different sizes. And then the width is just based off the washi tape. So I'll lay the washi tape down and then trim this page above it. So this washi tape was a little bit thicker. So I laid that down, and then wherever the washi tape ended, I trimmed the page above it. And then I laid the washi tape down for this next page and trimmed it that way. So the pages will all be different widths depending on the washi tape that you use. But that's been fun. Do that. This page was just like stickers from a Happy Planner quote book. It's literally just random quotes that I stuck on there. I started writing a little bit more. Oh my goodness, my cats are hissing at each other at the door. When I moved in with my boyfriend during the summer, we each brought a cat, and they still don't like each other. So his cat is in here with me. My cat is in the room with him right now because our bedroom and office are attached, and now they're hissing at each other through the door. So that's always fun. And then because I brought one of my cats up. The other one was still with my parents, so we brought the other one up so that they're here. And my girl forgot about her brother, so they've also been hissing at each other. So we just have 3 hissy cats that are just not happy to be together. So I'm like, that's fun. I'm trying to talk, and I just hear hissing over there. Like, can you guys just be friends? But yeah, this is like one of the few pages where like my handwriting is awful simply because I was actually just writing. So just like writing, and I noticed that when I actually have something to say, my handwriting gets like a lot messier because I'm like just trying to get it out of my brain. But yeah, I'm trying to do more with my journal. See, I set up some more waterfall tabs, but I haven't written on them yet. But I've been liking that because the journal's kind of big. So that kind of helps me out because then I have some small pages to write in. Tutorial on the waterfall tabs?
Yeah, just to see to see the process of how you did it. Or if there's a YouTube video, I can just
I found I initially saw it on like Instagram and then YouTube, but I think I saved one, but I can find it. Or find one that this person, I don't think one that's I enjoyed journals. Got that. Tutorial, this is one of them, but if you go to her page or her social media is all under that same handle. That's a pretty good one.
Thank you.
Of course. But yeah. Go ahead, Betty.
So you start at the back with that, with the waterfall tabs. That's interesting.
Yeah, you start with the last page. So however many pages you want, you can start with that. That's why I got the journals I was showing you, the square ones, because the first time I saw someone do waterfall tabs, they did them in those books and they're a lot wider. So I was like, oh, that's fun. But then I'm like, now I have journals that I can't touch yet because I'm trying to finish the other one.
Okay, so that would not be something that I would consider doing in my passion planner though. That would just be like a notebook or something like that, because I feel like it would shorten the pages on the passion planner, right? Because that's what you're doing.
You could probably use the back pages, like if you wanted to use the back pages to try it out.
Okay.
Especially those blank pages, because I don't know what I would use the blank ones for.
Right. Nothing. That's what I use them for.
Yeah, now you can play around with the different types of washi tapes and stuff. But yeah, I always get like sets of washi tape from Michaels, and they always have like different like widths. So those
Yeah.
sets are usually fun because they're like a themed set, and then you can make the different tabs.
Oh no, I'm going right upstairs and get the ones out of the drawer in my office. Not spending any more money like you, Dahlia. I'm trying to save. And
Yeah,
I
we
have all
will
the
do
things.
plenty of happy mail exchanges throughout the year. Like there's some sticker books that'll have pages that I don't care to use.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, I can just give the page away instead of like getting a whole
Right.
new.
Those things asking me about coffee and saying things about coffee. I used to give those away. No, I don't do coffee, so
Yeah, I don't drink coffee either. Like a lot of people will be like, oh, look at this. It says like drink coffee and plan. And I'm like, I don't drink coffee.
right. Exactly. None of that.
Yeah, they did add a ruler to the back page of their planners this year. So tell you so you can see like the width, the height of the pages. So on the very last page, it's in centimeters, and then on the opposite side of that page is in inches. And then at the back of all the passion planners, there's like sticker sheets that they include. And I always forget. So I guarantee you there's sticker sheets sitting in the back of some of my other planners too. I never looked at. Messy fun and getting stuff done always makes me laugh. But yeah, those I do see that sticker a lot. Messy bun and getting stuff done.
Somebody's gonna get those from me. So if you want them, you should probably say something. Those and the coffee ones for sure.
Was anyone learning? We talked about this last time, but is anyone learning a new language this year or wants to? Or still learning a language?
I'm learning German on Duolingo.
Oh, that's fun.
Do you do the free version or the paid version?
I don't pay for Duolingo.
Neither do I. I'd like to because then I can not worry
I mean,
about messing up.
if anybody
Right.
wants to split a family plan, I'm all for it, but I'm not paying for Duolingo by myself. Not doing all
Oh,
that.
that's an idea.
Exactly.
How much
exactly.
is it?
I have some other friends who mentioned it, but I don't know if they want to do it. But that's
How much
an idea.
is it?
Throw it out there with the Pash fam.
How much is it?
About to ask for those of you learning ASL, how are you learning ASL? I have one app. It's literally called the ASL app, and it's like cool, but it's like they teach you like random phrases and stuff. It's not like a course that's teaching you. So it's like I can say like hi, but I can't like hold a conversation. It's just random phrases. But I would like to learn ASL. I think that's a good language to know. I studied Spanish all 4 years of high school, so I'm pretty proficient in it. I'm just not confident in my ability to speak it. Yeah, thank you for joining. I'm not confident in my ability to speak it, but I do understand a lot more Spanish than I let myself believe. But my native languages are English and Samoan because my mom's Samoan. So I grew up speaking 2 languages. So I've always, my dad's Nigerian. So I grew up surrounded by different languages and stuff. So it's always kind of been my thing. I like learning about different cultures and languages. So in high school, I studied Spanish all 4 years. And then I started studying other East Asian languages on my own, but I don't take it seriously enough. I should. You know how well I could be speaking Korean right now if I took it seriously because I've been studying it for so long. But I don't take it seriously. I know I can follow along with my little K-dramas a little bit more, but I could be proficient by now if I actually sat down and studied instead of just relying on my little 5-minute Duolingo lesson every day. Yeah, I dabble with like Korean and Japanese, Mandarin. I should get into Cantonese because my mom's family, so my mom is Samoan and Chinese, specifically Cantonese, but Cantonese scares me because Mandarin has 4 tones and Cantonese has 9. So I'm like, I can't even get these 4 tones, and you guys tell me you got 9. And then my dad's native language, Yoruba, also has 9 tones. So my family and their 9 tones, they need to get together. It's too hard. I can't. I would love to be able to speak my parents' like family languages, but 9 tones. Like, how did I get stuck with multiple languages with 9 tones?
Do any of your siblings know it? Know any of them?
No, I'm the language one in my family. Like, out of all 4, so there's 4 of us. Me and the second one, our mom spoke Samoan to us, so I speak Samoan and he understands it. He doesn't speak it as well, but he understands it. And the last 2 don't speak it at all. And then the third one can speak some Yoruba because my dad kind of just talked to him, but my baby sister doesn't speak any other language besides English. And then she learned Spanish in school too, but like I'm the only one that kind of like dabbles in language this much. And so my parents was like, y'all messed up. We could have been like multilingual, like monsters. Like, can you imagine? Like, you just meet this person, they speak English, Samoan, Yoruba, and Cantonese. That would have been sick. Those
Isn't that
languages
called-
make no sense to know all those things together, but it's sick.
Isn't that called a polyglot?
Yes, a polyglot. Yeah, someone who speaks multiple languages. But my parents didn't do that. They didn't give me that gift. They did get the gift of one other language, but if I want to be a polyglot, I have to rely on myself. So I do have a journal dedicated to my language stuff. And I started that last year, got into whole pages of Spanish, and then never touched it again. So I have to go back to that journal because I have.
What did you
For
write in it?
Spanish, I have this book, Complete Spanish Step by Step. I used the old version. This was like an updated version. So I do want to get through this book just for like, because my brain still wants like academically structured things. But I do need to like, I think I should watch more like Spanish movies and stuff. Like, I'm always lazy about it. Like, I'll watch a
When you-
K-drama and read the subtitles, but then I'm like, this is in Spanish. I think because
When
my
you-
brain kind of already understands it, I'm just like, it's not as fun.
When you journal
weird.
about your languages, what are you journaling? What are you writing?
So for that language journal, I did try to do like, since I'm like following, like I have some Spanish textbooks and some Korean textbooks. So I do the exercises from these books. But one of the things I want to work on is actually writing, like journaling in those languages the way I would in English. Like actually writing out like sentences about my day and things like that. That's what I want to work on.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
right now it's been like, oh, this is the lesson, like completing the activities. Because I don't like writing in my textbooks because I'm really heavy on the what if, I pass on and someone could use this book and I wrote in it. So all of my textbooks don't have writing directly in them. I do them on paper or I'll make a copy if I absolutely need to. But yeah, I have this book. I also got one for my cousin because he wanted to learn Spanish. So I don't know how far she's gone, but that's kind of like one of my things for the year. I do write, like when I was talking about journaling and writing like song lyrics, I write Korean song lyrics to practice writing in Korean. So like this was one that I did a couple years ago because I really like the song, but that's more for handwriting practice.
I want to learn another language and I want to learn handwriting. Like my mother used to write like those alphabet. I don't know how most of you are. I'm assuming probably much younger than me. But when I was in elementary, there used to be the letters in cursive above the board. And my mother learned to write like that because she was a teacher. And she did not, of course, grow up writing like that, but she learned as a teacher to write like that. And she wrote like that for over 30 years until she stopped teaching. And now she just, writes not like that. But I'd like to learn not necessarily that hand lettering, but all the fancy stuff I see online. I'd like to learn that. And I
Like
keep
calligraphy?
buying books to do it. And then I never practice, never practice. Never. My books are empty.
Yeah, I used to do I dabbled in calligraphy when I was younger. Like my mom got me this little book and I would just, trace the the fonts and then practice writing certain
Right.
words. But
Right. She could do that too.
yeah, that's how
And
my
I never
grandmother
did.
was. I used to love looking at her handwriting because she had like the prettiest handwriting. I'm like, how does someone write like that? Like now in a world where fonts exist, I'm like people had to write like this at some point. And it's really cool to
Right.
know that like, yeah. I have my grandmother passed in 2016 and she
Mm.
was the journaling person in my family. So she always would buy a yearly, it's a daily planner, but it was a whole year. So like I have her planner from that year. She passed in March, so there wasn't like much in it, but she had like she would write everyone's birthday on the day, and then like I was able to read like her thing, but she was a journaler in my family. So I still have like all her pretty handwriting because that's how she wrote normally, like her cursive and stuff. Yeah, fountain pens and glass pens and things like that. I don't know. I'm scared to dabble with that stuff. Like I feel like I'm gonna waste the ink playing around with those kind of pens.
Right. I buy the fountain pens that are, $3.99 because there are company. I think Pentel has some. Like there's somebody else I like that has them, and I actually write with a fountain pen. Does it look fountain penish? Absolutely not. But yeah, so there's something. So there's calligraphy, and then you see other people just calling it handwriting, and it's not necessarily calligraphy. And I'd actually like to learn both, but I didn't even know that there was a distinction until, yeah, some call it lettering. I wasn't aware that it was necessarily a distinction. So whatever it is, I'd like to learn it. And I need to open up these notebooks, these books that I have. I bought the tracing paper and everything. And there it sits.
You should do that in the back pages of your passion planner.
Ta-da! Thank you for that. I might even cut some of those exercises up and put them in the back of that passion planner
We're
and
gonna
use
use our
those
planners this year,
pages.
everybody.
Oh,
Use
that's
our
a
planners
great
and
idea.
journals. Well, use
Thank
them.
you. Yeah, that's a great idea. I never thought of that. I just didn't know what to do with that space. I was like, who needs these many pieces of paper? And even when I write something, I never go back to it because it's not a place I use all the time. Maybe I'll try to even do it. I also I really don't use the space of infinite possibility the way I want to, too. I used to, for
Yeah.
those of you who
The passion planner
pray,
has like so many
so much
like
spaces. Right.
images and things, and it's like, yeah, we always need all the paper, but we need to use it. I need to do my monthly reflections or do something with the pages this year because,
Right.
like, they're good questions. Like, what's the most memorable part of the month? 3 biggest lessons you learned this month. Like, they're good questions, but I just never look at it. Like, I'm just like,
Right.
anyway, next
Never.
month. And
Yeah.
like, there's the end of the year reflection too. And I'm like, don't know, never did the reflection.
Was that you who used to do something on Thursday, like the first Thursday of the month? Somebody used to do a meetup online where they talked about the reflections.
I know Passion Planner hosts them. Yeah, Michelle does.
Oh, yeah, that's who it was.
And I know that is it Geminel from Passion Planner? She still hosts them for the ambassadors, but every now and then they'll host them for like the whole Passion Planner community. But yeah, Michelle. I just did one yesterday and I didn't touch my planner. See? I do need to finish. Probably when we're done here, I'll go find my tabs, put them in. Right. I do like this new the quarterly goals that they added to the new planner. So you have your 2025 and 2026 yearly calendar as well as quarter goals. Okay. It's not bad. Like, especially if you use both the weekly and the daily simultaneously. And I don't know what habits I want to track. But we're already 3
Mine's
days in for
completely
this
empty
month.
too. Right. And I've not yet opened mine, like not at all. This is day 3 and I have not opened it. Getting off to a great start.
It even says like, what did you learn? How can you improve next month? Like, I really want to use it. Like, I see so many people are like, yeah, I use it. Their planners are like getting torn up because they use them so much. And mine all look great because they're literally just collecting dust. Like, I don't know.
We're
But
gonna
yeah,
do better this year.
definitely need to do more.
I was really looking forward to it. And thank you so much. I wish I had used my time wisely. Instead, I ate a meal, I cooked a meal.
And that's productive.
Right. I sat in the dark. Look, now I need to go and write all of these things
I
down.
hope if it's dinner time where you're at that you ate something. Like, please don't feel like you cannot eat during these meetings. I ate before this meeting. Like, when my camera was off, when I was letting people in, I had soup. I was eating. I had my tea. And then I had my boyfriend take my plate before I turned my camera on. But I always welcome people to like eat and like get comfortable during these events because like you're at home or wherever you are, like you should be comfortable. Like it shouldn't be awkward then like, oh, I was sitting here for 3 hours listening to this girl yap about planners and I didn't eat my dinner. Like, please eat. Like, I love like Michelle is always like cooking or doing something when we're on our calls and stuff, and like we're in her kitchen with her, and that's fine. Like, if that's what you gotta do, if you gotta take us with you and go do it. I'm not judging you. It's
It
just
was my
I don't
fault.
have.
I was quadrupling my recipe for hot and sour soup so I could freeze a bunch of it because, cold weather, right?
Yep.
And I just didn't realize how long that would take. And naturally, the one ingredient I needed at the very end, cornstarch, I literally emptied it out of my cabinet yesterday. And I was like, so I had to run to the store during this call to get some. So, yeah, it's done. Now I'm just adding the egg riggins and I can finally eat.
No, speaking of cooking, I haven't had an oven since Thanksgiving.
Ma'am, I'm gonna have to ask you to calm down.
We told our landlord like, hey, I couldn't even cook my Thanksgiving like food. Like, we ended up going to my boyfriend's sister's house they were hosting, but like whatever we were gonna cook, I was just like, here, just warm it up in your oven. Like, I couldn't do nothing. I was upset because I actually like went to the store to get the stuff for our holiday meal the week before. And I was like, oh, we have everything. This is like, I moved out of my parents' house. So it was like the first Thanksgiving I got to host in a while. And the oven stopped working. And then we told the landlord and they were like, what were you doing when the oven stopped working? Trying to use it? Like, what do you mean? What was I doing? So we let them know. And they kind of like didn't do anything at first. And then we have an electrician friend who came to visit, and we're like, can you just look and see? Like, we didn't know if it was the house wiring, but he told us like, no, the oven, for some reason, like the wiring on the oven is like messed up. Like, it looked like somebody had gone in there and messed it up at some point. And I'm just like, that's really weird. But because we got confirmation from an electrician that is the oven, they finally like, oh, okay, we'll replace your oven. So we're gonna get an oven in a couple weeks. Finally, it'll be delivered. But I haven't had an oven since Thanksgiving, and I like to cook. So I've been relying on like my air fryer and my toaster oven and my little Instant Pot, my little gadgets, but I have not had an oven, a full oven or a stove in over a month. And I'm just like, it's pissing me off because it's like, it's New Year. I was supposed to be like batch cooking things because I got to go back to work and I can't really do that. Like, I'm limited to the amount of stuff I can batch cook right now. And I'm just like, it's frustrating. I'm just annoyed. They're like, what were you doing? The oven, like, it broke. It's not working. I was trying to use it. I was trying to make dinner. I don't know what I could be doing. But before I'm not trying to kick anyone off. I just want to say that before the event ends, this is recorded, so I will upload it to YouTube and send that out. I will send out the link to the slides I had, and there's a page. I can actually show you guys real quick. There's one of the slides on the presentation that'll have all the links attached to it. So like the Google Sheet, if you weren't able to add your social media links, that'll be there. The little vision board Padlet that everybody did in the beginning will be linked here. I'm going to link the event recording, the transcript, because it does record transcript, which is nice. And then some other links to some of the other stuff we talked about. And I also have some language links from the last meetup. So I talked about Innovative Language. If you want to learn a new language, that's a pretty cool website. And then Rosetta Stone. Those are sites that I use, so I can vouch for them. I think they're pretty good. But just want to throw that out there before I forget to say it, and then like everyone's like, "Can we get those links?" They'll be here. They'll be there. But okay. But if there's nothing else, anything else anyone wants to add, feel free to jump in. But
I know in the chat it's asking Michelle about where we can find the link outside of this this meeting. Sure. I don't think so. Michelle, we're trying to figure out where we can find that link that you put in the chat outside of the meeting. Like, do you put in like the a group chat or something?
Yeah, you can do that. You can share wherever. It's fine. I do have, let me see here. Hold on. You give me 1 second here.
Mm-hmm.
you can add it to that Google Sheet.
Y'all so smart. Y'all smart.
You can just, there's like a section for other, and you can just list it as your like meetup link.
Yeah, hold on a second. Do that right now.
Right,
Why
so
I try to click on the picture, y'all? Like why?
yeah, so there's I just dropped the link to that Google Sheet. She's gonna attach it there, so that way you can find it. Hopefully.
Yeah. Where's the other? Wait. Let's meet up. If you do that link there that I just put is for Eventbrite, and in Eventbrite you can register for. You don't have to register, but you can register for any day you want to. You'll constantly see it come up with the dates and reminders. But the link to the actual Zoom is the same no matter what. And no matter what I try to do, Eventbrite never seems to actually send the link out properly. So literally the link is in the FAQ. So even if you never get it from Eventbrite, it's in the FAQ to the actual Zoom. That makes sense?
Okay.
All right.
Yep, that's all I have to say. And I'm excited for the Sunday meetings again. I really feel like
I felt so bad the last time I tried to host when I had gotten sick that Sunday, because I was like sitting here, camera off, like I'm gonna have my camera off, and then like I just couldn't keep my head up, and I was like, you guys can take it over, you have it. I can't anymore. And then I just ended up in bed the whole day. Like I don't even remember that day because I was just like so out of it. But it's good to know Pastime had my back. You guys held it down for those few meetups that I wasn't available. But yeah, we have meetups on Sundays. If you are in my Passion Planner groups, or most of them, I try to share the link around there. But I try to only share them in my group because I'm trying not to, we got rules against promoting things in the official Passion Planner group. So I try not to take advantage of that, even though I'm a mod and I easily could. So I try to be like, okay, I'll post that, hey, we're having a meetup, but the link itself will be in the other groups, just out of respect for their Facebook group. But if there's nothing else, thank you guys for joining. If you guys want to chat, we can stay on. If not, I'm gonna let y'all go. and I will let everyone know through that Partiful link. I'll still send some links in there and let you guys know when the recording is up. But thank you guys for joining. I hope to see you guys at more of these virtual events and maybe in person someday. If you're in California, if you're in NorCal, you just need to look me up. I need friends out here.
Well, I'm in the valley, so
I know.
I
We
don't-
definitely need to find time.
yeah.
But all right. Yeah, I did the drawings a little while ago. And I'm going to email or send message via social media to all the winners. But thank you guys for joining. Look out for other events that we host throughout the year. I'm definitely going to do more of these bigger events because they're fun. But good night.
Bye. See you Sunday.
Bye. See you Sunday.
Good night. Thanks for everything.
Mhm.
See you Sunday.
See you Sunday.